No? That we're not all the same. Kasi sometimes the same means acceptable to the majority. That's when you're the same. The same as the majority. Pero I think we also need to be kind of aware of, for example, yung heterosexual privilege. Sana magkaroon tayo yung susunod na Student Council Chairperson. Ang sasabihin niya, ako ang 56th straight chairperson dito sa UP Diliman. Yung moment na yon when straight people are able to look at and see the world and see heterosexuality and see heteronormativity and see heterosexual privilege. For me, yun actually yung standard. Na na-empower na natin, hindi lang yung LGBT community, pati yung mga heterosexuals kasi they can see something that was invisible to them for a very long time. No? Kapag meron na tayong UP President or UP Chancellor na pwede nyo dalhin yung kanyang same-sex partner sa mga official functions, yung ganong visibility and you know, sharing of privilege, yun yung I think yung for me yung standards of empowerment.
Okay, sige, okay na tayo doon. Okay, so any last na pahabol na tanong bago tayo tapos ngayong umaga? Okay, so since wala na, konti na lang din ang ating oras, pwede ko siguro i-summarize yung ilang mga issues na lumabas ngayon from both our speakers and the audience. So we started with the question, winner na ba ang LGBT sa UP? And I guess ito yung in-attempt na talakayin ng ating mga speakers. Of course, Hart said yes and no. And I think it also reflected what Eric said earlier, that there are successes, pero uneven yung mga successes in the different areas. So, sabi nga, well, there are institutional responses, kaya yes and no, at kaya uneven yung successes, dahil na-recognize na merong ilang mga institutional responses through regulations, policy framework, committees, offices, but there still seems to be a gap kasi nag-exist pa rin ang gender discrimination in practice, not only in the campus but in the broader environment, as Eric has also pointed out, and Presi pointed out also in both the public space and at home. So, nag-share ng ilang mga horror stories si Hart. Si Presi naman, yung ilang mga life narratives of our students, her counselees particularly, and Eric through expressions of anti-LGBT sentiment in the public space. He also touched on social citizenship, what the law provides and does not provide for the LGBT, as well as how teaching does not stop in the classroom, and it extends beyond the four walls of our classroom. So they na-point out then whether there is hope for the future. Ganyan. So there are some laws and regulations like the Magna Carta of Women, the Anti-Sexual Harassment Law, that provides us with some hope for inclusiveness, total inclusiveness in the future. And also some of the interventions and services offered by the university, mga advocacies, interviews, orientation sessions, posibleng strengthen pa itong mga ito, no? To finally bridge the gap that we are experiencing today. So from the floor, we had some questions that touched on family structure, diaspora, and homosexuality, family dynamics, also about conditional acceptance, ganyan. Na while merong seeming acceptance in certain circles like the home or in campus, may mga kakabit na conditions naman itong mga ito. So, until these conditions are siguro eliminated, done away with, mukhang hindi pa natin ma-achieve yung goal talaga natin, no, for LGBT inclusion. So, na-point out din yung danger ng conversion therapy, and not only is it not effective, but posible din hindi siya safe, di ba? And again, another issue was pointed or raised also na LGBT issues may be related to other life issues, for instance, poverty. So, pag may pera ka ba at LGBT ka, mas okay ka, di ba? So, yun yung isang issue din na na-raise ngayon. And while there are a lot of LGBT advocates here in the forum today, meron pa rin tanong on how to further encourage the LGBT friendly people to be more participative in the advocacy. Yeah. And meron din na-raise about the gender curriculum and comparison with other universities. This was also addressed earlier by our speakers. And finally, how do we empower our non-LGBT people? Kung issue pa ba ang gender? At sabi nga ni Hart kanina, kung hindi na issue ang gender sa iyo, then you are fully a gender ally. Yeah. So with that, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We have a few sponsors here. The Office of the Vice President for Public Affairs, the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, and of course, the Third World Studies Center. We'd also like to promote the UP Third World Studies Center blog. Pwede niyong bisitahin ito for updates, audiovisual recordings, and transcripts of the forum. So you will get updated of what's happening. Pwede niyong tingnan itong UP TWSC blog. It's uptwsc.blogspot.com. And let me thank everyone here also for participating in the forum. And maybe the Third World Studies Center would be happy to see you again in their future endeavors. Okay, so in behalf of the director of the Third World Studies Center, Professor Ella Atienza, let me thank you for coming and see you in campus and in the advocacies of our LGBT community here.